Hello, viewer, and welcome back to Games with Dialogue. This is episode 42 of my RPG Maker series. I'm gonna dive right in. Just dive right in. Okay, last time I made up an event for our Desert Smuggler to give the players a new disguise so they could walk around town without being molested by the soldiers. By the enemy's troops. Over the break, or between episodes, I should say, I worked on the event for these two, so when the player comes in and tries to get past them, they'll be rebuffed. I also went back in here and changed the event to be here on the floor. So as soon as the player walks in and touches this space, they'll trigger it. You still move around and everything's still the same. It's just now triggered by that instead of having to come over to Corbin and talk to him. Partly that was done so I could do whatever I wanted with Corbin without worrying about switches and everything like that. Now he's just a shop when you talk to him. Also, I am debating whether or not to make the disguise a trigger, a switch, a variable. Because once you get it, and after the point in the story when you no longer need it, I think it'd be fine to allow the player to use those spaces for dialogue if they so chose. If I set up a switch, then I can put it anywhere I want where the player can choose to go into their disguise mode or not for the rest of the game. It might look ridiculous, but that's up to the player to decide, not me. What I'm debating, I want to use this. So what I'm going to do is set it up like so. Yeah. And that's the storage room in the back, I think. So I'll have a desk. Yeah, I'll probably change this. I don't like how it's blocking off the back room, but it's alright for now. Let's do... I like the pattern. I got used to the pattern in Corden's thing. Move the table. I don't need to put the NPC in just yet, but I need like a display showroom. So I need tables and I need racks. I think I've got racks already set up. So let's put clothes in. Clothes and hats. I think that'll be fine. I think maybe what I should do is make bigger tables. Well, nope. Not like that. Like this. Yes, and then I can put things on top of it. Like, where was that helmet? This one? Yeah, like a counter or something. It's really not great, but it's better than nothing. I'll put one of these there. There we go. And then I'll make a couple more tables, and that'll be... I like them longer like that. So, small square, longer table. There we go. So far, so good. I think maybe I should have some rugs, actually. What would look good on this floor? I think this is a better... Yeah, because this is where... a rug for... A rug for the customers to walk up. I think that's fine. We can have it in front like this. There we go. I might put a table over here. Or I might just leave them like these display cases, display stands. Like that. We can have clothes over here. I don't want the dress. No, I don't want the dress on the light one. I want it right there. There we go. Okay, good. So far, so good. We'll have... I don't know what that is. I'm gonna get rid of it. It doesn't look like it fits. There we go. And then we have some tools on the table. Like... Well, I don't know. Weapons you kind of don't want to leave out where people can just swipe them, right? Let's see. I could have... Yeah, that's fine. Axes on the wall, maybe? Like right there? Well, no. If I'm going to do that, it should be like that. There we go. And then... Hammer, rope, now all that stuff. I don't know. Bow and arrows? Sure, okay. The more of these suits of armor I put out, the more weapons I put out, the more I have to have available for the player. So maybe I don't want to go overboard. I put this one against the wall there like that. Okay. This one I'll put there. Sure. Actually, you know what? Let me get rid of that one. I like the way this one looks better. There we go. Okay. I need a shield. I'll put that. Put that. No. I'll put it there. That leaves me with some space. I don't know what I want to do. What about over here? Oh, a wand. Sure, I'll put it right there. Okay. Well, a wand, a staff, whatever you want to call it. It's It looks like a staff to me. I don't know why I called it a wand, but I called it a wand. Books. You know, as a seller of magical items, he probably would have some books to sell. Maybe I should consider... not these, though. I think I've used these for library books. So, one of these? Sure. They'll have it up here. Sure. Should I turn that around? No, it's fine. It's fine the direction it's in now. Okay. I want a few more wall displays. What else can I put here? Spears? I think a spear... Yeah, okay. Actually, let me move it over one. There we go. Alright, that looks good for a beginner thing. I can add some plants or some more decoration. And then, of course, I need some stuff back here. Why don't I have... I don't know if a player will be able to even see back there. I guess it depends on what I do with this table. Really. Yeah. It probably depends on what I do with the table. You know what? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to replace these suits of armor. Those are fine. I'm going to put them in the back. I'm going to move some of this table over so players can stand next to the curtain here and see back there. And then if I want to, I can program in a line of questioning like, why is this back here? And he'll say, the shop owner will say something like, only the military is allowed to have it, or something. Good. I like that better. So I'm gonna have to put that stuff back, aren't I? Yeah. Let's put the knives there, and then the circlet here at the end, and then the magical book between them somewhere. Equidistant? Maybe a little over like that? Sure. Okay. Who am I going to use? I'm going to put the NPC right there at the end, so the player can just come up and talk to him. Who am I going to use? I'm trying to keep, as I've mentioned before, I'm trying to keep the NPCs the same. You know, I'll keep it the same as the logging camp instead. Yeah. She can be an item vendor, maybe a shop vendor for weapons. I didn't even think about that. I've got it separated on the town, don't I? Weapons and armor. It's not gonna do to have weapons in here. Okay. Yeah, that was my fault. So I don't even need this back here, and I don't even need... Okay, well, that's a bummer, but it's at the same time, it's fine. It's fine. Okay, good. And then we'll just quickly set up... Well, you know what? I don't want to set up the shop yet because I don't have the armor that he's going to sell set up yet. Same with the weapons. So right now, it's basically just cosmetic, everything I'm doing. No, that's right. I set this up because I wanted to set up the text with and without the disguise. So maybe switch. Where did I put it? Disguises. There we go. All right. So in this one, do I need it to be a switch? This is what I'm thinking. Can it be a variable where the disguises come on and off? It's the same conversation. I could set it up where it's the same conversation, and then if I just have a variable with a disguise, then the text for the players, the face changes. That would probably be easier than making two separate events that do the exact same thing, one with disguise and one without it. On the other hand, if I have non-disguised player characters talking to him and I have separate, different text, then I would need two separate event pages. One where he recognizes them, or like he's afraid he's going to get in trouble for helping these people, and one where he doesn't recognize them and he's like, oh, new customers, come on in. Yeah, I guess it depends on what I want from the event, how I want to handle it. Well, let's set up the event on the assumption that the player has disguise, right? So we have the armor shop keeper. Okay, I think that'll work. That's a good intro, and it limits the player on what they can buy until after they're done driving out the military presence in the city. After they go to the pyramid and beat up the boss and everything. Just like I did with the logging camp, there's a new second tier of gear they can get, but it also explains that he's got a problem. The military's cracked down on this town, and the other shopkeepers have a similar thing they say. Or they will when I write it. So I can't set up I can't really set up the shop because I don't have anything for him to sell yet. Also, I don't think the players actually need to talk to him to buy stuff. I don't need to set up a text message for it. I'm going to set up a second event page for after they've driven off. The military. With the steel heel thugs out of our city. See, I was going to go with jackboot, but I think I like steel heel. With those steel heel thugs out of our city, my merchandise is yours for the buying. I don't like that second line. My merchandise is now yours for the taking doesn't sound good either. I'll have to work on that. With those steel heel thugs out of our city, I can sell my full... Or complement of merchandise. I can sell my full catalog. My whole catalog is now available. Oh, yeah, sure. My whole catalog is now available for buying. The switch on that's going to have to actually be after they defeat the pyramid. Speaking of which, I should probably set that up. Pyramid defeat. PY boss fight. Sure. Okay, good. Apply. Great. That's fine. So, okay, good. Fantastic. Perfect. All right, let's go back to the town. What I wanted to do was set up some roaming soldiers. No. I remember what I was going to do. I remember what I was going to do this episode before I got sidetracked with the whole disguise thing. I was going to set up an event for the statue. Knowledge statue, right? Okay, so what I'm probably going to do is move the statue. I want it to be guarded by soldiers. Not so much that the soldiers are going to do anything. If the player tries to approach it before they get to the disguise, it'll cause issues. But after the disguise, I'm thinking it'll be more of a comedic moment. I can fit something that's a little humorous in. But they should be able to get past the soldiers perfectly fine. Talk to the statue, or the angel in the statue, like with the battle angel. Because the knowledge shrine is sealed. If the player tries to go there before coming here, they will be unable to get past a barrier of some kind. Still not sure what it'll be, but they have to come here, talk to the knowledge statue, the angel of knowledge, in order for her to drop the barrier so they can get through. So, let me set up text with her face on it. There we go. Wait, is that blue? What was the green one? Yeah, that's the green one. Okay. Now, what I wanted to do is make all 4 of the angels have like a Valley Girl, ditzy type of accent. A little bit, not dumb, because that's just insulting, but you know what I mean. Yeah, like, you know what I mean. Kind of thing. Oh my god! You're here! Finally! Yeah, see, it just doesn't come through in text that well. What if I just did? Yeah. See, it's stereotypical, but I mean, that's how I get it across without voice acting. All right. So this is a moment where I can just give the player a disguise face in the text. I don't need to set up a switch or a variable or anything like that because the player shouldn't be able to talk or trigger this event with their normal non-disguised face. So, who's going to respond to the angel? I think that'll work. We got a little sidetrack dealing with some pirates, referring to what I haven't made yet, but the the stopping point after the Shrine of Battle. Can I add more to this text, or should I go to another text box? The more text boxes I add, I think the more frustrating it is for the player, because you got to skip through each one. I don't know. There's definitely a tipping point, so maybe I should try to get as much in each text box as possible. We got a little sidetrack dealing with some pirates. I think I'm going to change it up a little bit. It's not like we were dragging our feet. We got a little sidetrack dealing with some pirates. Okay. I just realized something. I need to set this up so that this conversation happens in such a way that the player characters mention that they need to get into the Knowledge Shrine. If they mention that there's a barrier before the player goes there and finds out there's a barrier, how are they supposed to know that? If they come here and talk to her, she can drop the barrier before they ever go there. What I could do is write out a whole discussion where she drops the barrier and they can go, and then have a separate page where there's a switch. Well, I don't know. Maybe a trigger, maybe a condition. I keep calling it a trigger. Maybe a condition where if they go to this knowledge shrine first, it creates a separate discussion where some of the dialogue is changed. I think that's probably the easiest way to do it. So I'll just write it out as though the player comes to the shrine, comes to the statue first. And then I'll write one out if they go to the shrine first and then come here. Which also means I need to add an event at the shrine. I didn't even think of that. Yeah, I'll have to do that after. Okay, so this one that I'm writing up now will just be, hey, what if the player character went straight to the statue and talked to the angel? I'm not quite happy with this text. Well, you're here now, so everything is super. I'm to increase your knowledge, but I don't want to lead her. I don't want to lead with that. I don't want her to go like, well, it doesn't matter why you're late. You're here now. Let me get that for you, right? If you're asking, I guess I could change it to, how can I be of service? Well, you're here now, so everything's fine. I don't know. So everything is super. I'm trying to think how it would be phrased to be that specific speech pattern. But, how can I be of service just doesn't fit that speech pattern in my mind. Well, you're here now, so everything is super. Did you need anything from me? I guess that, let's try that. Let's see how that looks. I don't know. I'm not happy with the, did you need anything from me? Okay. We got sidetracked by some pirates. Angel of Knowledge. I'm going to erase the whole thing. I'm not happy with it. I think that's better. It's okay, you're here now, right? After the whole pirate thing. It's okay, you're here now, right? So are you ready to continue? Sure, okay, alright. Let's have let's have Gilgamesh interject, or, say they don't even know where the shrine is. Yeah. Oh, if this line of dialogue is the player doesn't know where the shrine is, they don't know that there's a barrier, then they should ask, where are we going? How do we get there? And then the angel can tell them. And then at the end, I'll have, you know what? At the end, I'll have her drop the barrier. So let me actually include that before I forget. Yeah, alright, so that'll be the end, or near the end of the conversation. Before you go, let me drop the barrier. I was using it to keep out these baddies, although I'm not quite happy with that last sentence. It's fine. I can change it when I write the whole thing out. But I think that's good. You're finally here. It's not like we were dragging our feet. It's okay, you're here now, so are you ready to continue? And then we'll have Gilgamesh say something like, we don't even know how to get there, or we don't know where it is, or you'll have to point us in the right direction. Yeah, okay, that works. I'm afraid we'll need directions. Okay, and then she can give them directions. Let me save with all of this. Okay, one more thing before I end the episode. I guess I'll include directions. Let's see. Here we go. Okay, first, go north. There should be a land bridge across the river. That's going to have to be its own separate line, isn't it? Dang it. Alright. I could name the river. I don't see the point in doing so. I could call it the Nile. Well, I mean, we're already calling this place Naho as a reference to Tahoe. I could call it anything, really. The Mississippi? The Bile? Let's see, what's another famous river? The Ganges? I don't know. I'm just going to leave it blank for now, and if it comes to me later, a good one comes to me later, I'll name the river. Okay, there we go. Let me see if it fits. Cross over to the other side, and then it will be a swift trek north. Easy. Okay, good. So that'll be it for this episode. I'll have to work on this a little more, as well as move it. Actually, you know what? Let's move it right now. Cut, and we'll put it... I will put it here for now. Paste, and then I'll put a few soldiers around it just to keep out unwanted heroes from bothering it. And that'll be that for that one. Okay. Well, thank you everyone for joining me for this episode. Until next time, stay safe and God bless you.